So today we're looking at hyperbolas. This is the third conic section that we're looking at in this unit. Let's get it going. Okay, so we've done parabolas. We'll do circles last. We've done ellipses. Now we're on to hyperbolas. Hyperbola is basically just a slice out of the two conic sections at the same time. It looks like they're both parabolas. Okay, combined they make a hyperbola. Okay, here's the definition of a hyperbola, but let's move on. All right. Now, there's two basic equations for a hyperbola, and the biggest problem I've seen in years past is that people get confused with an ellipse and a hyperbola. So the big piece is, how do you tell them apart? Okay, and the way to tell them apart besides the graph, which is obvious, when you're looking at the equation, an ellipse has a plus sign between the two fractions, and a hyperbola has a minus sign. That's how you tell the difference. An ellipse is plus, hyperbola is minus. Some other key differences as you're doing these problems. An ellipse, the x and the y on the top of the fractions will always be x and y. And it's the a and the b values that will switch sides. All right, for hyperbola, that's the opposite. Okay, the a and the b are always going to be in order, a first, b second, because the a does not have to be bigger than the b value, like an ellipse does. All right, and it's the x and the y's on tops that will flip. Okay. The other way to tell which way a hyperbola opens is whatever is first, okay, and positive. So in the first on the left, you see the x minus h squared value first, and it's positive. That's the direction the graph's going to go. It's going to go left and right. And the second values on the right, in the second equation, you have the y minus k value squared. That means, because that's first and positive, that means the graph's going to go up and down. Okay, so those are kind of the key pieces you're looking for. Everything else kind of works the same as ellipses does. And we'll show you how that works as we go through this. Okay, next we're going to show you how an ellipse is built. Okay, because there's a lot of stuff going on here. It can be looking confusing, but actually it's not that hard. So here we go. Just like with an ellipse and also with a kind of like a hyperbola, you have h comma k, which is the center of our hyperbola. Okay, we're going to just put in points randomly to kind of give you an idea how this is built. Okay. Next, we have the a value. Now, because the a term is underneath the x values, it's going to go left and right. So we have 2 points left and right. The b value is underneath the y term, which means that's going to go up and down. And what we're going to do is normally what you do with this is if you were doing an ellipse, you'd connect those 4 points and make an ellipse. But this is hyperbola. So we're going to make a dashed box, okay, out of the 4 points. Okay, so you're going to connect all the points using a box. Please make sure it's dashed because it's not technically part of your graph. It's just something in the background that we use to construct our hyperbolas. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to make 2 diagonal lines that are both dashed, going through the corners of the boxes. Okay. Now, what these lines are going to do is they're going to give some definition to your graphs. And they're going to act kind of like asymptotes where you're not going to go through those dashed lines. Okay. Next, what you're going to do is find the c value, the focal length. And it's very similar to the ellipse, but there's one big difference. The focal length formula and a hyperbola has a plus sign between a squared and b squared. An ellipse, that's a squared minus b squared. And this is because in an ellipse, the focal points have to be inside the ellipse. But in a hyperbola, the focal points have to be outside the box and inside the parabola type shapes of the graph. Okay, that's why there's a plus sign. So if we do this, we got to know which way the focal points go. Since they're inside the graph and the graph is going left and right along the x-axis, they're going to be horizontally. Now when you're drawing your graphs for your hyperbola, they're not going to go through the focal points. They're going to go through the dots on the box. In this case, the blue dots. Okay, and that's going to be your hyperbola. So that's how you figure it out. Now for the other type of equation where the y is first, it's the same basic thing. Okay, the only difference is, in this case, the focal points will go up and down along the y-axis because the y term, the y minus k squared term is first. So the graph will go up and down along the y-axis. There's no other real difference. All right, let's throw some numbers in there and see how this works. So h comma k is going to be 7 comma negative 3 for our center. So we plot that point. Your a value is going to be 4 because the square root of 16 is 4. And because that 16 is underneath the y term, it's going to go up and down by 4. Next, your b value is going to be 2. Since it's underneath the x term, it's going to go left and right from your center point, 2 on each side. And because now we have our 4 dots down, we can make our box. Again, please make sure you make it a dotted line and not a solid line because it's not included in your graph. All right. Once your box is constructed, we're going to make our diagonal lines. Excuse me, through the corners. All right. And we can start finding our focal points. So our focal point, the equation is going to be c squared equals a squared plus b squared. Put 16 and 4 in for a squared and b squared. Add them together. Take the square root. You get 4.5. Now this is going to go, since the graph is going up and down, 4.5 up and 4.5 down from the center point of our graph. And now we can graph the lines for our graph. They're going to go through the green dots on the box. And they're going to be bounded by the diagonal lines on either side of them. Okay? And that is your graph for hyperbola. All right, next. H comma k is 5 comma 0 for your center. So we put our dot down. Your a value, a squared is 9, so your a value is going to be 3. This time, because the a value is underneath the x term, it's going to go left and right by 3. All right. B value is going to be 5. Since it's underneath the y, it's going to go up and down by 5. We draw our box. We then draw our diagonal lines through the corners of the box. To find our focal length, we're going to take 9 plus 25, which gives you 34. Square root of 34 is about 5.8. Okay. Now, since our graph is going left and right, our focal points are going to go left and right from the center. So 5.8, about 5.8 from each side, from the center. And we're going to draw our graphs through the blue dots on the side of the box. Okay. And that's it. That is how to graph. That's how to graph a hyperbola. All right. So what I'd like you to do is please pause the video for a second. Try the next 2 graphs. When you're done with those 2, start up the video again and see how you did. We'll go through them kind of quickly. All right. So go ahead, pause the video, and try the other 2 graphs. All right. So hopefully you paused the video and you tried the other 2 graphs and you're ready to see if you were correct. So here's what they are. The center point, the h comma k, is going to be -3 comma -2. Plot that point. Your a value is going to be 1. So you go 1 to left and right because it's underneath the x term. And then b's value is going to be 6. So you go up and down from the center point. Draw your box. Draw your diagonal lines. Your focal distance is going to be 1 plus 36, which gives you 37. The square root of that is 6.1. Now, because we're going left and right, 6.1 from the side, or from the center point, each side. And you're going to draw your graphs through the blue dots on the box. Finally, here we have 5 comma 0 as your center point. Your a value is 2. It's going to go up and down. Your b value is 3, left and right. Draw the box. Draw the diagonals. Your focal distance is going to be about 3.6. Since it's going up and down, you got 3.6 from the center. Up and down, and draw your graphs through the blue dots. Excuse me. All right, so hopefully you did those correctly. Please remember, if you do have questions, to come to the Zoom or ask. I'm always on the Zoom, even if it says you don't have to come. I'm still there. All right, the other part of this is to to come up with the equation if you're given a graph. Now, the nice thing about this is you don't really care about the focal points because they're not part of the equation. So you start off by finding the information that you do have, okay? So we do know that the center point is 2 comma 2. That's going to be important. We know the a value, which is going to be the first term, is going to be the direction of the graph. So it's going to go up and down. So that's going to be 4. The b value is the part that's going left and right, which is going to be 5. So we can start constructing our equation. So we have our fraction with a minus sign, and it's going to equal 1. Right? We have the k value is going to be 2, so we'll put y minus 2 squared. The h value is also 2, so x minus 2 squared. All right. If a is 4, that means a squared is 16, and b squared is going to be 25. And there's your equation. Okay. it's not very hard to put down the equations for hyperbola because it's just counting the distance from the center to the edge of the boxes on each side, and then figuring out where the center point is. There's not much involved to it. Let's try another one. In this case, our center point is at 0, 0. So it's going to be pretty easy. Your A value is, again, the direction the graph is going. So it's going to be left and right this time. Last time it was up and down. So we're going to have 5 for our A value. Our B value is going to be up and down, which is 4. We can start making our equation. So we have our format. All right, because x is going left and right, because the graph is going left and right, x will go first, so it's going to be x squared, then y squared, because the h and k are both zeros. And then a is going to be 25 for a squared, and then 16 for b squared. And there is your equation. All right, so again, pause the video for a minute. Try the next two problems. They have the graphs on there, on the notes. Try and make it the equations, and then come back and then see how you did. All right, so pause the equation for a minute and try them out. All right, so hopefully we're back. We tried out the two graphs to make the equations, and we're ready to see how you did. Okay, so this one, your center point is going to be -5, 5. Your A value going up and down is 2. Your B value going left and right is 4. So we have, since the graph is going up and down, it's going to be y first, so it's y minus 5 squared, and then x plus 5 squared. Your a squared value is going to be 4. Your b squared is going to be 16. Hopefully you did good. Let one more to go. There's our graph. Your C value, your center is going to be -1, 5. Your a going left and right is 2. Your b going up and down is 3. Because it's going left and right, the x is going to go first. So if we start our formatted equation, remember it's a minus sign, so it's a hyperbola. We have x plus 1 quantity squared. We have y minus 5 squared. The a value is going to be is 2, so it's going to be 4 underneath the x's and 9 underneath the y. And that is it. Okay, that's basically all of hyperbolas. So try the practice. If you have problems, please come to the Zoom, ask questions, get some help. All right, good luck.